Welcome to this SEN snapshot on how to appeal to the SEND Tribunal. There are many reasons to appeal. The SEND Code of Practice says that parents and young people can appeal to the tribunal about a decision by a local authority not to carry out an education healthcare needs assessment or a reassessment, a decision by a local authority that it is not necessary to issue an education healthcare plan following an assessment, the description of a child or young person's SEN specified in an education healthcare plan and the special educational provision that's specified, the school or the other education setting or type of school or other education specified in the plan, or that no school or other education setting is specified. For an amendment to the elements of the education healthcare plan, a decision by a local authority not to amend an education healthcare plan following a review or a reassessment, a decision by a local authority to cease to maintain an education healthcare plan. As part of the national trial from April 2018 until August 2021, you can also appeal the health and social care provision in the plan, but only alongside an education appeal. So to sum up, you can appeal the following: a refusal to assess, a refusal to issue a plan after an assessment, a refusal to amend a plan following an annual review or a reassessment. You can only appeal the following sections of an education healthcare plan. Section B, which contains the child or young person's special educational needs. Section F, which contains the special educational provision to meet those needs. Section I, the school or the setting named, or that no school or setting is named. And from April 2018 to August 2021, as part of the national trial, you can also appeal against Section G, which contains the health provision, and Section H, which contains the social care provision. For a preschool child aged 0 to 4 years and a child of compulsory school age from 4 to 16, the appeal is submitted by the parent or carer. The right of appeal moves to the young person when they reach the end of compulsory school age, which is the last Friday in June of the academic year in which they turn 16. So that means that the young person should complete the tribunal form if they are able to do so. For young people aged 16 to 25, the parent or carer can act as an advocate with the young person's permission. For young people who lack capacity to make the decision, a social worker can assess mental capacity and nominate a parent or carer to act on the young person's behalf. There are no costs to you in making an appeal unless you choose to have a legal representation, such as a solicitor or a barrister. You choose to instruct a private SEN advocate. SEN advocates normally charge a fee, so make sure you know how much up front. A witness you call charges a fee. So for example, if you have paid for a speech and language therapist to do an assessment and you then ask them to appear as a witness, make sure you check how much they will charge you for the day, because their report could be enough. You or your young person might be entitled to legal aid, and it's always worth checking. There is a link now on the screen. If you gain private reports such as educational psychologist or occupational therapist, the person who did the assessment may also charge a daily rate, so always check first. The time to appeal is within 2 months from the date of the local authority's decision letter, or 1 month from the date of the mediation certificate, whichever is the longer. If you miss the deadline, your appeal will not be registered by the tribunal. Mediation Certificate. Before you are able to submit your appeal to the tribunal, you must obtain a mediation certificate, and you must do so within 2 months of the date of the local authority's decision letter. You do not need to go to mediation, but you must obtain a certificate. North Yorkshire use Collis mediation. It's important to remember your mediation certificate can extend the deadline in which you need to appeal by an additional month. Therefore, if for whatever reason you need to do so, you can delay obtaining your mediation certificate to extend your deadline. Submitting your appeal. Complete form SEND 35A for a refusal to assess appeal. Complete form SEND 35 for all other appeals. If you look on our website, we have videos on how to complete the forms. You must also include with your appeal form a copy of the decision letter from the local authority giving you your right of appeal, a copy of your mediation certificate, and a copy of the Education Healthcare Plan if appropriate, if you are appealing against part of it. You also need to include any reports or evidence you plan to rely on. So what happens next? The appeal is registered by the SEND Tribunal within 10 working days, although it's important to allow up to 20 days, particularly at the current time. The case will be allocated an appeal reference number, which you must then use in any further correspondence with the SEND Tribunal service. The local authority is given a copy of what you have sent, and they have 30 working days to respond. You will be given dates to submit any further evidence and who is attending the hearing with you, so witnesses, solicitor, etc. 10 working days before the hearing, you will receive a copy of the bundle. The appeal will be considered by a panel, which is usually made up of a tribunal judge and up to 2 specialist members. The decision will be communicated to you and the local authority within 10 working days of the hearing. So this is the tribunal timescale. At week 0, the appeal is registered and case directions are sent to parent or the young person. At week 6, the local authority has to respond, and the local authority sends their attendance form, and an electronic version of the Education Healthcare Plan must be sent from the local authority to the tribunal and the parent and young person. At week 7, the parent and the young person's attendance form is due to be sent to the local authority and the tribunal. At week 8, final evidence must be provided by both parties. By week 11, the local authority must send out a bundle to the parent, young person and the tribunal. And at week 12, the hearing takes place. The SEND Tribunal is a very complex legal procedure. We hope this snapshot will help you with any appeal you are currently planning to submit or you have ongoing. If you need any assistance with your appeal, we are happy to help. For further information, you can contact us via our advice line. You can visit our website where we have a section on tribunals, and you can also look at our Appealing to the Tribunal leaflet. There is also further information at www.gov.uk. If you would like to learn more about appealing to the tribunal, you can attend our free workshop which goes into much more detail. To do this, please contact the Parent Carer Voice and register. Their information is on the slide. If you would like further information and support, please get in touch with us. And if you have enjoyed this SEN snapshot, please let us know via the feedback form on our website. Thank you.